truth.
No chaser.
Welcome to Truth No Chaser. I'm Ashley.
And I'm Jay.
And I'm Frank. And this is the podcast for Black people, by Black people, about everything Black.
This is our flagship production. It is a shot of truth, stirred with bold opinions, reversing the miseducation of the Black community as it relates to culture, health, and politics.
And speaking of health, guys, we have our lovely guest with us tonight, Miss Mika Braxton. Welcome to the show.
Yes. What's up, Mika? How you
What's
doing?
happening?
All right. Good to have you. Yes,
What are we talking about today,
Frank,
Ash?
tell me what we're talking about this evening.
So, what we are talking about this evening, as you know, we've been doing a series of health issues, and we were talking about surgery. Today, we have Mika here to talk to us about a surgery that she just recently had, which is, go ahead, tell the people.
I just recently, a few months ago, had a VSG, which is oh Lord.
Say that.
VSG, basically I had about 75% of my stomach cut out. And it kind of controls the amount of food that you can eat.
Okay. And that is also known as your gastric bypass. Correct?
No.
Is it gastric
it's
sleeve?
It is a gastric sleeve. I'm going to tell y'all
sleeve.
exactly what it's called in a minute, but my brain just kind of shut down.
No worries.
Yeah, I understand.
Gastric
So,
sleeve
It's a
surgery.
vertical sleeve gastrectomy.
Gastrectomy.
Oh, Lord.
Gastrectomy.
Try saying that.
Yeah. See why I
Vertical
can't say
sleeve
it.
gastrectomy.
There you go.
Gastrectomy.
Jay got it.
Okay. So she said 75.
About 75% of my stomach was cut out and removed.
Okay.
So, like our last guest, she had her stomach taken out and put it in her butt.
Right.
Yours is just gone. It just took it out and just threw it away.
Well,
It just-
which brings up an interesting point, because at first she said out, and then you said cut off, and then out. So they do one on the inside, or they just cut some surface stuff off?
So that's those two things that we're speaking about are totally different. I mean, the actual stomach, like the organ inside of your body, was actually cut and removed. It's not like the fat was removed.
Oh.
So like your stomach is the size of a football.
Yeah.
My stomach is more of the size of a banana.
Wow.
So over time, so obviously it just regulates just how much you can intake.
Exactly.
And then over time, it would result in an extreme weight loss, or
For
is that
some
the
people,
point?
it's actually, that is kind of the point. It actually, a lot of people think it's kind of like a cheat code for losing weight. And in a way, it is at first. It doesn't actually work for everybody. Some people actually can have this surgery and it does almost nothing for them. But you do have to do a lot of work along with the surgery. So there's a lot of things that you have to do health-wise to maintain yourself. You have to definitely change your lifestyle dramatically. You have to take vitamins every single day. If you don't, you can definitely put yourself in a position where you can actually pass away if you don't take these vitamins. You literally have to take them for the rest of your life. You have to take things like protein. You have to take a certain amount of protein every day because, of course, every cell in your body requires protein. But you need even more to kind of help yourself with the weight loss process because, of course, protein helps you feel a lot more full. And it's very essential during this process, and also to help you maintain like muscle mass and not lose fat. To help you lose fat, not so much muscle when you're losing the weight, because you do, for most people, you lose it at a more dramatic weight than you would in a regular weight loss program. You also, because you can't eat a certain amount of food, you can't absorb the nutritions that you would normally absorb when you're eating your food and things like that. So that comes with the protein shakes, the vitamins and things like that you have to take. So calcium is one very important thing. A lot of people can lose like their teeth and things like that if they don't do it. Hair loss is one of the things that can happen if you don't, because you can't always get your nutrients like from iron and different things like that. So there's a lot of things that you have to do to keep up with your health when you have this type of surgery. And a lot of people, if they don't educate themselves, if they're just doing it for cosmetic reasons, you can definitely fail in the process. You have to exercise. It's just a lot of things that come along with it.
So to be honest with you, whenever we get on this topic, a topic like this, similar to this, you almost come off sound like a surgeon general. Like you watch that like a commercial for like Cialis or some shit like that. And
you may die.
Side effects.
Yeah.
If you have itchy, if your eyeball's been itching for the last 4 hours, make sure you call a physician. You know what I'm saying? But like, so that leads me to this question: I'm going to be like the typical male here. Why not just work out?
Okay, so for a lot of people, working out is just it is something that you can do, but everybody can't do that, and it just works that well for them. So some people that have this surgery, they may be 400 pounds, and your body, because it's so heavy, sometimes you going for a walk, it may be detrimental to you. Like you run out of breath really easily. And it's very painful.
Cardiac arrest, something like that.
I ain't gonna say you're going to cardiac arrest, but it may just be really, really painful for you to do that. So it's a jump start to that.
I got you.
Yeah, physically, it's just hard.
Yeah.
Like for myself, I've actually lost 90 pounds before and regained most of the weight.
Yeah.
Like, and I did it with
Trust me,
diet
I
and
understand.
exercise and stuff like that. But this time, I didn't have the time to do it. So I will say I was a little bit lazy this time.
Okay.
Because of the time, but also a little bit lazy. I'm just gonna be honest.
It's crazy because it's not lazy at all. All the shit that you gotta do to upkeep. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like so it really, you know, I think that's the misconception. Like that's the easy way out or whatever. But
it's not easy.
Look what you just told us. Like you have to
do every single day.
Mentally, that's not lazy.
It's not, but the problem is like I have bad knees, so it's a little bit harder for me to go hard in the gym. But honestly, when the weight is down, because it does kind of help jumpstart you with that, my knees don't hurt as bad, so it is easier for me to exercise, and that's what a lot of people go through. So that's one of the things people don't understand. And also, you have a lot of conditions in advance. Like some people are like pre-diabetic or have diabetes and things like that, and within a few months of having this surgery, a lot of those things actually go away.
Get out of here, really? Oh,
seriously,
shit. Sign me up.
and a lot of insurances will pay for it, because you actually like when you have diabetes, all the medications, heart disease, things like that, it's actually cheaper for them to pay $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 for you to have this surgery than for some of your insurance companies to maintain you on some of the medications that you're taking for some of these issues that you may have.
Gotcha.
So
Yeah, I've always understood this is like a medical considered versus a cosmetic.
exactly. But I mean, I ain't gonna lie, you get into that cosmetics later because there's some side effects to losing all of that weight pretty fast that get you on that cutting room floor for some of the other things that we spoke about with the BBLs and the tummy
like
tucks
that.
and stuff.
Or then
like
you start
that.
becoming like not a glutton. That's the bad word to use for it, but you start becoming like addicted to it, or almost like, you know, it's a domino effect. It like you said, it starts to lead to the other surgeries, other options rather.
I think for some people, yes. I think that's an individual type of thing, but the side effect for some people, because there's different factors in how it works. Like genetics play a part in what happens with the weight loss surgery.
Okay.
So for some people, like if you're really, really big, say you're 600 pounds, you had a weight loss surgery, you're abnormally large, so your skin is going to stretch out more than an average person. And if you lose 100 pounds in 2 months, which is very possible, you're losing weight at an enormous
saggy
speed.
skin.
You're gonna have baggy skin. So if in a year you've lost 300 pounds, you're gonna have way more saggy skin than the average person. So even though you've lost all of that weight, a lot of people suffer from depression because you look at yourself in the mirror and it's like, yeah, I lost all of this weight, but I don't like the way that I look.
Right.
You're still not happy with the results. Like, yeah, health wise you may be doing better, but you don't feel happy with how you look. And this is a kicker too. A lot of insurance,
like ice cream and shit.
exactly. A lot of insurance will actually pay for you to have that skin removed, and not because it's ugly or anything like that, but then you have stuff going on too, because like in the folds of your skin you can have all kinds of infections and different kinds of
sores and stuff.
So it's not just cosmetic.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
So speaking of that, when you mentioned about looking in the mirror and not feeling happy with yourself, my question to you is, was it due to a health issue, or did you just suffer from low self-esteem? Were you a bigger woman prior to this?
Baby, I ain't never had low self-esteem.
Okay, I'm just asking.
That ain't never been me. I was fine when I was fat.
I love it.
No, but seriously, I didn't like being big, but I've been big my whole life, except the time that I did lose weight, 100% on my own. But definitely not low self-esteem, but I do have several medical issues that caused me to have to go through this. Like I have chronic back pain and all kinds of different stuff. I actually have a medical condition called pseudotumor cerebri. It's like hypertension in the brain. It's basically a false tumor of the brain. And basically every issue that I have that's medical, including being pre-diabetic, which I'm not pre-diabetic anymore, every solution to every problem that the doctors gave me was to lose weight. So
Yeah.
Wow.
It's usually basically the overall answer.
Yeah.
It's like
Lose weight.
I should go, when we had Jerry Benjamin on here, like, what I'm saying, it's just like, so it was like, hey, stop eating sugar and lose weight. That was like the number one thing,
Everything, yeah.
Did you have to lose weight, or what were the conditions that you had to go through prior to their surgery?
Some people have to lose weight, but because of the specific insurance that I had to actually stay within a certain weight in order to still qualify for it. But I did not have to lose weight. I had to go through a 6-month program, see a nutritionist, go through physical therapy. I had to go see heart doctors, lung doctors, do all kinds of different testing and stuff like that to make sure that I basically wouldn't die during surgery. Okay, and also see a psychologist too, which I think was very important.
That is good.
Yeah,
that is good.
That was definitely going to be my next question. Were you afraid of any malpractices? Like, this is something that happens way often than people know. And, cosmetic surgery, deaths. Were you afraid at all?
I wasn't afraid.
But you said you saw a psych.
Yes.
And then they kind of like prepped you for it a little bit. Did they?
I ain't gonna lie, like the psych
made it worse.
It actually did make it worse for the weight loss, but basically what they do is try to see if you're psychologically able to go through this whole process, like basically to see if you're kind of crazy. So I ain't gonna lie, like they kind of opened up some doors. I ain't appreciate them opening. I'm like, you talking about?
I'm in for something else.
I'd have never thought about some of this stuff, especially that.
And I went to therapy for like 3 years after I was divorced, and I didn't enjoy talking to that man. He was like, if you want to keep seeing me, I can get it approved. I'm like, bro, I don't even want to talk to you no more. And it didn't have anything to do with weight loss, but it was more of an assessment of me. Because a lot of people, like I'm in a lot of groups on Facebook and stuff like that, and some of these people are literally depressed, and they didn't have to do psych evaluations and stuff like that, but some of these people have true eating disorders, and it does help with stuff like that. But some of these people are like, I wish I never had this surgery because I miss food.
Oh wow.
And these are some of the things that they kind of evaluate in advance to kind of see, are you a good candidate? And some of these people are not good candidates for this.
So you said they miss food.
Man, these people be on these groups tripping.
Give us an example, because we have these little small plates, and we were sitting around eating pizza, or Tiffany B. Glenn puts it down for us before the show comes, and you couldn't do. I was gonna say you couldn't do both. You couldn't drink the water and eat. Is that how it always is?
Yes. So that is one of the things that, and like if you go, everybody doesn't have to go through all of these classes and things, and like you have to go to a support group for. Some people don't even have to do this. I had to do it for about 9 months for the support groups, but they teach you all of these things. So you can't have anything to eat within 30 minutes of drinking. You can't have anything to drink within 30 minutes of eating. And sometimes it's longer than that. Wow. And I don't know if y'all noticed how many chips I had, but I had about 6 chips.
Oh, I thought you had 3.
It was about 6 chips, but I the way I pushed that plate away, I was in pain.
Oh, damn.
Because I can't eat that much food. And for some people, when you have an addiction to food, it's like, oh, these chips are so good, I want to just keep on eating them. I don't have that problem. But there are some times where I might go out to eat with my kids, and it's like, I want to eat more of this because it tastes good and I want to enjoy the food. But I've learned to like, okay, I'm just going to eat this later. Like I can eat the same plate of food 5 times.
Damn.
And I save so much money. But some people,
we needed you for Thanksgiving leftovers.
Baby, I'm telling you, I got so much food in my refrigerator, and I'm finna go home and clean my refrigerator. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, I like things in combination too much. And shit,
right.
Like chicken and rice. You know what I'm saying? Like
it's a good food, good meal. You want to enjoy that stuff right then and there. I ain't trying to wait 5 times.
I realize my favorite food is that first taste.
You be like, oh, that's so good.
It's like
That first bite.
that first bite. I just keep wanting to repeat that first bite over
And then, like I
over.
said, and then, like I
That
said,
first high you get up.
right.
That's why I be tearing up popcorn. Like,
And then, like I said,
Popcorn is a
like,
no.
and
At
then,
the
like I said,
vendor,
like,
you sure was.
combination wise, like and I love Pepsi, right? So
Can't
like
have soda.
you can't have soda.
No, you will
Shit.
die.
Well, this
Not
is
literally,
Damn.
but you would want to
You
die.
be sure you're in pain if you eat too much.
fills up that fast.
Nothing carbonated.
Fills the stomach up
That
that fast.
pain.
You told us before.
you just said you hold on. She was about to say popcorn though. What about
Popcorn is a no.
Why?
The
First
seeds?
of all, it's painful. No, like when you eating the popcorn, like it hurts. And you're not supposed to eat it because popcorn is not something that you shouldn't eat corn anyway.
Corn is no,
but
digestive,
you can't digest
no
it, and because
nutrients.
it's like you have a brand new stomach, because they staple your stomach back together. It doesn't digest well. A lot of things don't digest well.
Dang, Jay, like,
Look at
but
Jay's
it's
face.
corn that's popped though. Jay trying to figure it out.
Explain this to me.
I'm looking at his face, and he's just like, "But hold on,
it's not corn anymore.
it's not corn no more because pop."
You can't eat.
The
orange.
microwave
Look.
made it. The microwave made it not corn. No
That's
more.
what it is. It changed. It changed his whole chemical makeup.
Because we asked about, offered a glass of wine. We partake during the show, and you said you can't drink either,
Right.
So
like ever.
And
Well-
we was trying, y'all, like for real. We
So
was
you don't-
like trying,
some wine, some
offering
Tito's,
everything to
some
yeah.
crown apples, some crown. But go
Yeah.
ahead. So you can't.
so it's not that I can't drink. I can drink,
Oh, really?
but I have to drink.
Tiff.
I can drink. No, but don't give me none.
Shot.
But y'all ever seen somebody like blackout drunk?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you see that little bit of alcohol right there? If I drink that, it's very possible that I could be a blackout drunk.
You drink that, girl, be like that video that go, girl, we had a time last night.
Time last
We had a time last night.
So
No,
off of wine or just any liquor,
Wine
anything.
is actually worse because of the sugar
I
content.
know. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Tito's because it's
gluten free. That's my drink of choice.
but alcohol just period. Like you just imagine giving alcohol.
That's what
to
you
it.
think
She
of.
said
when
like
you
it was healthy.
Right, gluten free, exactly.
drink of
No,
choice.
it's
Exactly,
doesn't have
gluten
sugar
free.
in it.
Gluten-free
None of that,
shots.
none of that gluten.
Yes, but go ahead. I'm sorry, Mika. Go
No,
ahead.
no,
I did
no,
not
no.
know that though. Until
I knew.
Yeah.
But just imagine giving alcohol to a child.
So you're saying pretty much is basically like a.
Yeah, it's like
analogy.
We all say, oh.
Great analogy. No, because I have.
and that's
I
not
drink-
funny anymore.
Right.
Damn.
Because that happened, when I was younger, I got in hold of some corn liquor accidentally, and that almost took me out of this bitch.
that happened with beer,
so
so I don't drink beer to this day.
Y'all understand, I understand.
It didn't have an effect on me. Grandfather used to give me Budweiser. I used to
have one of
fuck it up
those.
like it
Keep
was
coming,
so-
keep
like it was
coming.
soda. What?
Another one.
Right. So back to the questions. So prior to the surgery, did you discuss it with your family and friends, and were they all supportive? Or anybody look at you like, girl, no, you don't need that, or don't do that?
First of all, my kids to this day still are like, I didn't even realize you were fat. So that's still weird to me. But they knew that I was going through the process. Some of my friends are like, I don't think you really need that. But I wouldn't say I discussed it with them. I would tell them what I was doing. But everybody was pretty much supportive of my decision.
That's good. That's good.
So, all right, so I gotta ask, would you even recommend this to anyone else? Because it seems like you just said, I got the surgery, but after surgery, you can't. Like, for a person that, was halfway interested. Because at the beginning of this, I was. And then you said,
I can't.
Right,
can't,
right.
Can't.
Then you said,
can't.
I would definitely funk the psych exam.
I'll do that shit. Y'all flunked that shit before. So wait, I'll be like, but when you say you can't ever have, what do you
Describe
what do you mean the word
can't.
ever? When you said can't and ever together. When you
Well, I didn't say can't ever have anything.
that's
You
true.
shouldn't.
You shouldn't.
Well, no. Moderation is key for everything.
That's what got me in my situation now.
moderation. The moderation that I had was a lot. No.
I think it really depends on what your situation is, and what your medical situation is, and also how big you are, or whatever the case may be. Like for me, like I said, I've been bigger all my life. I have never been 300 pounds, but the most I've ever been is like 274.
Okay.
But for somebody who's been struggling with weight loss, now if you just addicted to just going and eating pints of ice cream and stuff like that, and you just can't get away from sugar. Like, if you're not gonna go through the process pre-surgery, I wouldn't recommend you do it. But if you can go through the process pre-surgery, because they kind of teach you to kind of train yourself to do it, I would say go ahead and do it, because to me it's worth it. And I ain't gonna lie, I used to spend money, and I've never been addicted to food. I've been through the healthy stages, and I have a lot of discipline and stuff like that. But I say, if you want the body, number one, you can get the body too. You can get the body, but you can also have the healthy lifestyle if that's what you truly want to have. And not being able to eat a whole lot, like, are you living to eat, or are you eating to live?
Right.
That's that's
what most of the trainers
I be wanting to eat too, but baby, my pocketbook looking real good
Like,
when I don't
getting
be
up from
spending all that money.
crab legs and shrimp and seafood and the butter and
You
all
can
that.
eat more seafood than you can eat regular food, because it's not as fibrous. Like crab legs, eat a little bit more of that.
And you had a butter with it too?
No.
If you do
She found out.
keto, if you
Now
do
you messing it
keto,
up.
because you really shouldn't eat butter, but if you do keto, you can have all the butter and all of that bad stuff you want to, but they don't recommend all that.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm clowning, of course, you know, because I can get disciplined. When I get disciplined, I can go ahead and shred the pounds. You know what I'm saying? So I don't feel like I necessarily need the surgery, but honestly, everything that you said here would definitely deter me from that, because when I do get on my food binges, I'm not giving up.
But she did mention that, you know, she's pre-diabetic at once.
Yeah.
And she's no longer
I'm
pre-diabetic.
But you can still have the things that you want.
I'm not pre. I'm existing.
Full disclosure, I'm pre, and I like I'm approaching pre. I don't know what that means. So I'm like, that's just pre to me. But so like that discipline stuff, that really rang.
Yeah.
But the thing about it too is that the restricted amount that your stomach can hold is gonna keep you from doing all of that. So like if you enjoy ribs, you can still have ribs. You just can't have a whole slab of ribs. And the thing about it is that you're going to be full faster, but you're not going to, your mind is going to tell you like, damn, I want to eat all of these ribs. But your stomach is going to be like, oh, I'm satisfied.
So they actually have medications like that when you are diabetic. They actually have medications like that curb your appetite, you know, like metformin, and then like, you know, the Trudicities and stuff like that. So, in all honesty, you know, it kind of serves the same purpose, just I guess without the actual surgery, the physical surgeries. But you know, just you don't want to get to that because you said you already take some diabetic.
Yeah, my brother, basically my whole family has diabetes. And I've never actually gotten to the point where I have diabetes. My mom takes metformin. My brother takes metformin. I don't want to take
that metformin is a trip,
I don't even want to know
like
what it
shit.
even feels like to have actual diabetes.
Shit is the worst. I mean, you like be stuck in like a freaking like public and just gotta go, and you know, saying that's just not it. You know, so I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Turn my microphone up.
Turn my mic up. Oh, he did.
Turn my mic up.
Turn my mic up.
I'm sorry. Our director, mine was off too. Our director,
I'm like,
Tiffany B. Glenn has
all I need is one mic.
some Tiffany B. Glenn
Tiffany B. Glenn
has a question or two. Tiff, you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
I'll put a mic on.
It's on.
Got it, Tiff?
You go ahead, Tiff.
Yeah, I'm good. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So, Mika, I guess my question would be, did you ever have any doubts
About having the surgery?
about having the surgery? So after you had it, you know, or going into it, did you say like, maybe I shouldn't do this? You know, did you have any doubts whatsoever? And then after the surgery, did you come out of it feeling like, what was the recovery like? I guess that would be my question also.
I guess going into the surgery, there were some doubts because I'm in a lot of different groups and stuff like that. So everybody kind of gives their experience. So there were a lot of different things, like negative side effects and stuff like that people would speak about. And it's a little scary, but I do understand that each person has their own different experience. And I just kind of prayed myself through it. Like, I ain't gonna have this problem, I ain't gonna have that problem. And I don't have any of those negative problems that people had. And as far as the recovery is concerned, I had a lot of the things that people said that they had, you know, the first week or so, like a lot of gas pains and, you know, stuff like that. I was afraid of the scars. That was actually my biggest fear, was the scars. that you have, because I have 5 incisions where they they actually had a robot go in and do the work. Where the doctor was sitting at a table over there and he was doing the work with a robot, and then it actually pulled my stomach out from the middle incision. And I was afraid of the scars. But honestly, my scars are gorgeous. You can barely see them. And I don't have any of the issues. People have like acid reflux. Some people have like spasms in their esophagus and things like that. And most people don't have a lot of problems. I was afraid I would lose weight too fast, which I haven't been losing it at a rapid weight or anything like that. So I honestly have no regrets. And the things I really feared, they
didn't happen.
No.
That's a blessing.
You said at the top of our discussion, you said you talked about the divorce real quick, right? So let's get there. You go. Okay, yeah. So let's.
She's like, I ain't here for that shit.
Hey, I'm for whatever.
Nah, she did.
It's the truth, no chasing.
Y'all can bring me back another time. I'll tell y'all a real story.
So what
y'all want to get hood with it?
Was the surgery pre or before your marriage ended or after?
Well, I've been divorced for about 6 years now.
Okay.
I just had my surgery in July, but I actually right when I was in the process of going through a divorce, that's actually when I lost the 95 pounds. I was climbing Stone Mountain 3 times a week. And I actually started my own weight loss support group during that time. So that was a big motivation for me to lose weight the first time.
Was that an issue in your marriage?
He called me, I don't curse, but he called me a fat B on a regular basis. But it was a motivation to, kind of get my mind away from what I was going through as far as the divorce was concerned.
Okay.
So, and getting out of the house because we were still living together during that time.
Yeah.
So that was kind of helping me get focused. And I realized that a lot of the weight gain was from me, being a wife and a mom and cooking those good hearty meals and stuff like that for my husband and my kids.
Yeah.
And when I stopped feeding that nigga, I stopped feeding that stuff to myself, so I started cooking healthier meals for me and my kids, and I stopped fixing his plate, so I was able to feed myself better food. So
there you go.
I know that's right.
Lemonade.
I like that.
I like that.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Wait, has he seen you since?
Right.
Oh, he in
my
prison.
question.
Huh?
Oh, you said he in prison.
Oh,
Okay.
we all just
So, tell him where you can find out.
okay.
Send his ass a picture.
But he
And
saw
some
me when
lotion.
I was actually smaller than this, and he told me, he was like, you need to stop losing all that weight.
Oh, now he wants
but
you
I
to
was a
stop.
fat B before.
Oh, stop.
What the hell?
Right, that part.
You just stopped losing all that weight because them niggas out there.
They gonna want you. You ain't choosing now.
Niggas out there that's free and tapping that in.
You'll never see it again.
Take a picture of your new nigga in his basketball shorts.
That part.
That nigga just sound like, I'm not good at washing this motherfucker. He can lose all this goddamn weight.
Call and say, ooh, you getting fat.
That's
crazy.
Well, you know what? Hey, to get back, man.
Right.
I love it.
So Frankie mentioned, you were saying about the bunch of you cans, and obviously everyone's situation is different, as we know, with all type of surgery. Tiffany did ask you if you have any regrets, and you said no, you thought about it. But if somebody out there is watching right now and they're debating, is it a good fit for me? What is your advice? And also research that you do before that.
Yeah.
So they can say, okay, should I, shouldn't I?
Baby, I'm sorry. I'm a night reader. I do a lot of research about everything. That's what I do when I lay in the bed. I joined a lot of different groups on Facebook. The white ones, the black ones, the middle ones. I Google everything about surgeries. I listen to my doctors. I listen to everything. So I would say for each person, don't listen to me. Listen to everybody and take what you can from everywhere, throw out what you can't, and make your own decision, because when it comes to weight loss, it is a journey and it's your own individual journey. And that's a part of the process. You try different things on your own. If exercise is necessary,
right,
you have to do that. Even if you did some weight loss surgery, you're going to have to exercise at some point, because even when you do this, it's not permanent.
Right.
Because you can stretch your stomach back out. Because eventually you'll be able to eat more. Sometimes people can drink and eat at the same time. Most people can't. But it's not a permanent fix. So if you're not willing to do the work, I say just straight up don't do it. But try on your own. If it doesn't work, I think it's a great option for some people, but there are side effects that could be negative, but just do your research on your own and try to figure it out for yourself if it's something that's best for you. What works for me may not work for you.
Right.
What worked for Susie down the street may not work for you, but you got to make your own decision because it's your life to live.
Amen.
Or go get your BBL.
Good one.
Right,
one.
that part.
Yes, ma'am. So, what we got going?
I'm asking one last question.
Yeah.
Were there any other options presented to you besides the gastric sleeve?
The gastric bypass was an option as well.
And what's the difference?
The difference. Basically, they either cut your stomach or they basically reroute your intestines or something. I don't really know the ins and outs. I ain't do a lot of research on it because ain't what I was doing. Yeah. But they just pick whichever one they feel like is safest, basically, at my doctor's office, and they felt like this one has a higher success rate, and it's safer. The gastric sleeve, the gastric bypass, they say actually it works a lot better. But this one was the safest option according to my doctor, so that's why I got that. But they say a lot of larger people normally get the gastric bypass.
Okay. So
all that is just basically do your own research.
Absolutely.
That's what I took from it, is do your own research.
And for anybody out there that is actually, sorry, you want to?
No, go ahead.
So anybody that's actually like completely interested in what you're saying, it's like, I want to go exactly where you went. Can you recommend like the doctor that took care of you? Oh,
absolutely. His name is Dr. Donald Maynard. He works for Surgical Associates of Metro Atlanta. He's actually based out of Piedmont Walton Hospital.
Okay.
I don't have his contact information because I wasn't expecting that, but he is great. His team is great. They do support groups, and you can go to the support group actually every third Thursday of the month at Piedmont Walton Hospital. You don't have to be a part of anything. You can just go sit in on a group. They're very interactive. They're wonderful. So I highly recommend them. And you can actually go online, you look them up, go online and you can do a free consultation with them just to see if your insurance will qualify you or however you want to do it. You can just go through that process.
And drop his name one more time, please.
His name is Dr. Donald Maynard, and he's out of Piedmont Walton Hospital. The name of his actual office is Surgical Associates of Metro Atlanta.
Okay. Surgical Associates of Metro
Atlanta.
It's
in Monroe, Georgia.
It's Monroe, Georgia. It's what's price wise? What's it look like on the pockets?
Well,
you give estimation. You got.
Well, I tell you, it was $40,000, but I didn't pay for it. My insurance paid for it.
Dang.
So but it's different depending on your insurance because they run up the check depending on the insurance.
Yeah.
So what the insurance will pay, that's what they'll charge. But I ain't pay nothing.
That's what's up.
For real.
So do your research, have proper insurance.
And that sounds, very similar to Maya.
Yes, it did.
Is do your research. You do your research prior to this. Your doctor, you want to set in support groups. Also, that's very important, is to do your research and also talk to other people because, works for you doesn't work for somebody else.
Yes.
Any research resources you got off the top of your head, any websites or blogs?
To be honest, I'm a Google freak, and I'll just say some. One of the for Black people, there's a group on Facebook called Black Girls Get Sleeve Too, like TOO also. I like that group because it's kind of real. You know what I'm saying? They're a little ratchet up in that group, but I do like that group because people go in there and they ask you real questions. They talk about, their bowel movement issues and different stuff like that after surgery. They talk about, some people smell after surgery. It's just different things that people go through, and they just kind of keep it real. And then I really like that group. But it's a lot of them. Just type VSG and you can look at pictures, before and after pictures. They post themselves, they post their stories. But I would just type that like on Facebook, type it in the hashtag on Instagram, follow different people that's got their journeys out there, TikTok, different stuff like that. Just follow people and just look and just listen to people's story. And like I said, take what you can, throw away what you can't use.
Amen.
And the name of your surgery, one last time was
let's just call it VSG because we don't want to play with our tongue like that.
AKA gastric sleeve surgery.
Not bypass sleeve.
Right.
Get it right.
Whew. Well, any gems you want to drop for anybody else out there before we follow up and before we finish up? I'm sorry.
just, take care of your body. It's you only get this one. This is your vessel. Feed it good things if you can. It's okay even if you have the surgery or whatever the case may be. It's okay to, go off the grid sometime as long as you come back. If it's Thanksgiving and you want to eat you some macaroni and cheese or whatever it is, it's okay to, eat bad every once in a while as long as that's not a habit. So it is what it is. Drink your little alcohol when you go on vacation.
There you go.
So thank you for joining us.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
everyone for tuning in. If you are visiting us through the audio podcast, we thank you. If you want for the visual version of this podcast, please tune into our website or our YouTube page, which is youtube.com/The Truth No Chaser.
Yes, and also if you want to see what else is going on with the team, and also purchase some merch, you can always check us out at thetruthnochaser.com.
And until next time, keep walking in your truth, Black people.